Rocky Jones, Space Ranger, Space Ranger, Space Ranger, starring Richard Crane. In The Forbidden Moon, Chapter 3. When we last saw Rocky Jones, he was flying his spaceship to the Forbidden Moon. There, he will search for a plant serum which is needed to fight off a deadly radiation.
How do you do it, Rocky? You're cool as a cucumber.
Don't let it fool you, Winky. My temperature's near the boiling point.
Taking orders from Agar aboard our own ship. It's enough to make me want to float in space permanently.
We may have to if we don't get to the Forbidden Moon in time.
If we don't get back to Medina with the plant serum, Agar's people are doomed.
Yes, he sure made a mess of things, getting contaminated with cosmic radiation on his trip to the Forbidden Moon. And then spreading it all over Medina.
A lot he cares. He's immune to the radiation. Oh, he would have the luck to find the only antidote for it. A little plant.
With that little plant in one hand and the deadly radiation in the other, Agar can live up to his threat and be master of the universe. But we're going to stop him, Winky.
Do you think our plan to get the ship back will work, Rocky?
It has to.
How are we going to do it with Agar in the next compartment with a nervous finger on a space gun?
Here's a navigation report. Any instructions?
Yes, I'm planning a different course. I'll get back to you over the intercom.
Right.
Stay on the alert, Winky, while I decode this.
I wonder what the Forbidden Moon is really like.
There's not much to see. Nothing but snow and ice. Well, and how's our little space ranger today? I see you found someone else to play big sister to since I got out of your clutches. Why don't you teach the little runt some manners?
It's a great idea, using the reports for coded messages. What's it say?
Vena and the others are standing by. Yarra will distract Agar while I flash instructions over the intercom. They have exactly 2 minutes. Now remember, after they get their instructions, I'll switch off the artificial gravity. That'll throw them off their feet. When it's back on, we'll take over.
Barrow, go on watch in the control room.
Yes, sir.
What are you doing?
Testing electromagnetic circuit of induction coils.
Oh. Get back in Section 3. Professor. Well, looks as though we've both had our hands full, eh, Rocky?
Next time I'm going to be in on the punching.
Winky, see that the gentlemen are comfortable and secure.
It'll be a pleasure.
Space Affairs, Secretary Drake speaking.
Secretary Drake, this is the orbit jet. All safe and sound.
Good to hear from you, Winky. Are you safe, all of you? Where have you been?
We were delayed on the planet Medina. We are now underway to the Forbidden Moon.
What? That planet's out of bounds. Winky, what's Rocky thinking of?
And I guess we lost the connection.
At least we reported in. Secretary Drake knows where we are.
Well, look at that physiograph. Why, that moon is so radioactive. It reaches way out into space. Rocky, I have some special goggles among my equipment, ray deflectors. They prevent the radiation from entering the pupil of the eye and paralyzing the brain. We'd better get them.
Right. Bobby, tell Vena to bring the goggles. And be sure everybody gets a pair.
They're among the crates in the cargo section. The crates are all labeled.
Sure thing. Professor wants the ray deflector goggles.
Why, the labels have been ripped off.
On all the crates.
Something's wrong.
Where are the goggles, Vena? We must put them on immediately. If we don't, we'll all be paralyzed. This radiation is getting too strong.
There's no way of finding them. The labels and all the crates have been removed.
Why,
That's right, Professor. And besides, you'll never find them. I personally saw to that. You need the goggles, and I know where they are. Get your fair-haired muscle boy. I'm ready to talk business.
The ray deflector goggles must be on board. Let's look for them. Don't fall for his tricks.
No, Yarra, it's no use. It's no use. We have no time to search the ship. We have to do as Agar says. No, I'm afraid we're lost without those goggles. Bobby, get Rocky.
Get Rocky, the big, brave space ranger. And you thought you could outsmart me. That takes brains, Rocky, not muscles. I'm top man again.
We'll be landing soon, Agar. Instruct everybody to take positions and secure. I can't guarantee we'll make it. The radioactivity is throwing the ship off course.
You'll make it, as long as I'm aboard. Get up. I'm taking over. Come on, come on. Now, if you need help, I'll be right here. Stay where you are, Ranger. You're not going anywhere for the moment. Send in Newton. Before I take you off the ship, I'm going to brief both you and the professor so that my plans will be carried out to the letter and without waste of time. Now, the purpose of this trip is not only to process my plant into serum, but to store up enough cosmic energy to give Medina supreme rulership over the worlds of the universe.
I refuse to degrade science and turn it into an instrument of death. We came here to save, not to destroy.
Precisely. My people will be saved by the serum, and the rest of the universe by my rulership, backed up by cosmic power.
Time will tell who's capable of saving the universe. Meanwhile, we have to cooperate. It's the only way, Professor.
It's my theory that this plant serum grows freely in larger radiation centers. We must try to locate them. This is it! Rocky! This is it! Look at this plant!
Never mind admiring it, Professor. Get busy on that serum.
Why not set up your laboratory here, Professor? That cavern looks like a good spot.
So it does. Let's have a look.
Well, Ranger, what brings you here?
I got permission from Agar personally.
Bobby, stay away from that man. He's no good. He's forcing us to store up a stockpile of that deadly radiation for his own fiendish purposes.
Gosh, Professor, where do you keep this terrible stuff?
Oh, outside in a lead container.
You mean what's in that box could kill thousands of people?
Oh, yes, Bobby, yes. But in the other box, there is enough of that plant serum to counteract at least some of the damage.
That's why Agar sent us off the ship.
He's sure making a habit of swiping the orbit jet.
He's left us here to die.
We're still very much alive, Yarra. We'll find a way out. Let's get back to the professor.
Oh, Rocky, here's a use for cosmic energy that Agar never thought of. Breaking magnetic handcuffs.
Oh, Professor, how long would you say we can last on the planet under existing conditions?
Well, longer than Agar. We are protected by this plant serum. Agar and his men are not.
Well, how so, Professor? Agar stole enough of the serum to keep himself and the rest of Medina alive.
You mean enough serum to kill them all, if he ever gets there? Well, you see, the serum I gave you was refined. Now, Agar has no way of knowing that the supply he took off with was unrefined. And in its concentrated form, it is so powerful that just a few drops may well prove fatal.
Well, looks like our pal Agar out-tricked himself.
Take a look, Barrow. You may not see the forbidden moon for some time. What is it, Barrow? What's wrong?
My feet. I can't move. That cosmic power.
But you're immune. You got as much serum as everybody else. Karen, Remo, come in here at once. How dare you disobey me? The serum. They've poisoned us. Help me, somebody. Help me. Rocky. Newton. Help.
Right here is the strongest radiation center we have thus far found.
What do you have in mind, Professor?
This radioactive mountain can be transformed into a giant atom bomb, powerful enough to hurl cosmic particles far out into space.
And attract Earth's attention. But can you be sure that cosmic particles won't be dangerous when released into space?
Oh, on the contrary.
We can use the atomic packs on our spacesuit to set off the blast.
Yes. But wait. Before we go ahead, we must all understand that this blast may set off a chain reaction, killing every one of us.
Yes, Professor. We're all well aware that we're living on borrowed time. Our oxygen supply is low. We have no food. We have to take any possible risk. We have no alternative.
How are you going to make the mountain blow up?
Well, all we have to do is to place these 3 atomic packs in 3 strategic spots, connect them with this detonator, and up goes the mountain.
All right, let's synchronize our watches. It's now 14:35. The blast is scheduled at 1500 sharp. Now, at exactly that time, you must be flat on the ground, face down, away from the mountain, with your arms covering your heads. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
We'll be back.
Good luck.
Thanks for everything.
Well, the atomic packs are connected.
Ready here.
I'll pull the damper rods. You two take cover. Now, from the moment I pull these, there'll be just enough time to clear the immediate explosion area. It is now 14:57.
Check. Same here.
Well, I guess that's it.
Mr. Secretary, there's a serious atmospheric disturbance. It's from the Forbidden Moon.
Rocky must be in trouble. Serious trouble. Get a ship ready for blastoff. I'm going there.
But, Mr. Secretary...
This may be a one-way trip. I'm not risking any more lives.
As you say, sir.
All right, Marshal. Let's go.
I hope we're not too late. I don't see the orbit jet anywhere, sir.
Let's try a landing.
That's all that matters. The orbit jet won't be lost for long.
Well, it should be easy to run it down. It's so radioactive, our instruments will spot it even before we get a radar beam.
All right, Ranger. Take over.
Winky. Okay, Winky, ready for blastoff.
Sweeter words were never spoken. Okay, gang, secure for blastoff. Hey, Rocky. There she is, safe and sound. You just don't lose the orbit jet.
Calling the orbit jet. Come in, Agar. Calling the orbit jet. Come in, Agar. Calling the orbit jet. Come in, Agar. They don't feel like answering. Or maybe they can't. We'll pull alongside. Airlock secured, Mr. Secretary. Ready to board orbit jet.
Be careful, Rocky. You don't know what you're going to run into.
We will, sir. Needing these. Get the professor. Maybe he can pull them through.
Agar and his men will live.
You've done a splendid job, Professor.
I'll do what I can to make up for my brother's actions.
You've done a great deal already, Yarra. You had faith in us. And it's that kind of faith your people need. You'll give it to them. We know it. Orbit jet to XB7. Mr. Secretary, orbit jet completing its mission. Destination Medina.
Well done, Rocky.
Ready to leave for Earth. Any orders, sir?
Yes. Catch up on your sleep, Ranger. Remember, Space Rangers sleep too. 8 hours if possible. So long. See you when we get back to Earth.
Be with us next week, same time, same station, when we again take you into outer space for further adventures with Rocky Jones, Space Ranger.